Numbers, numbing nights in uniform. Dare they not conform and form straight lines like barcodes where corporations keep the milk code. We filter in before them with predetermined lesson plans, coffee mugs and shackled hands, bound to teach them nothing other than how to work for the man or be somebody's slave hand. Jammed into a 3x4 with an American flag and a revolving door, a very low ceiling and a checkerboard floor, next to a Chinese place in a corner store, of course, where oppressors are glorified and everywhere is the only money cried. And quite often, the most revolutionary teachers just sitting in the bleachers with her tongue tied. Our culture quite often standardized, like we some kind of suckers or some kind of small fries. And they keep asking me for a new poem, as if anything has changed. Like synonyms for the same sad song sung, The Walking Dead receives an encore. They ask me for something more. Something maybe sexy, something sane, nothing rhyming, something neo-voodoo and auto-tune, a prophecy wrapped in pork casings. Lacings and trimming neatly inserted into braille, as if the truth is in need of a veil. Like Sean Bell wasn't Rodney King, and like Rodney King wasn't Emmett Till. And like the sun didn't set the same time last time, and we were merely atoms and Adam didn't exist, but they were something souped up. Heat and eat Campbell Street, punchlined and trooped up, marching band and suit up. No regard for how very hard it was to get this message puked up. But see, I am living mad, born from a matter made of exponential form. I'm dual in my spirit, so 1 and 1 are 4. I'm square rooted to the core. These cats be like angel cake, and I'm 3.14. With algebraic tactics, you couldn't solve me with a smart board of practice. I move with guerrilla warfare, lip gloss, nappy hair, and dirty Guerrero jackets. I am living mad, backed by proportions complementary to the gods. I'm absolute value and square rooted to the heart. This is no facade. I study hard with ancestors who roll in heavy rotation. They speak in tongues which proceed to flood and build arts and scientific notation. I'm a brown skin flower, deep rooted in attributes that leave skin marks on light years. Rebirth from the afterbirth of 12 tribes and 7 sins. My lifetime is a cliplet. A notebook holds my center. I break dance with break fast and sponge math and God's placenta. Easy breezy color girl, contrary to Nicky's lump sum. Most real men want some, most men don't get none. I still be that ghetto girl Negro with the ill pop lock. High top to your green, Nazarene by bloodline, Magdalene by waistline. Sip Manischewitz wine as I grind grapes with my feet to the baseline. Find me on my downtime, giving birth to Cicero's with 7 senses and cornrows now. Go send that to death poetry. And I got just a few CDs, but I'm giving my last one away for free to a bastard child. She can finally serve her dreams. And I ain't got no business cards. It's hard to book a book. Besides, these menus be off the hook. Paying profits and pennies, supposed to paper pushes the prophecy, but I will break you off properly. Forget how much it's righteousness, I move right through the monopoly. Probably, but that's not what I'm here for. Consciousness ain't perfection, so please don't let my hairstyle fool you. I said consciousness ain't perfection, so please don't let my hairstyle fool you. Got these new millennium rules equating black culture with kente cloth, like a natural makes me terrified, like I don't do anything wrong, like my
we do stuff like start dating a new person, and the new person feeling a little insecure about the father and mother that you're not with. But you're really into this new person. And some of us have such a need to be loved that we'll put our children's needs second to ours. So now you're dating this new man, you're dating this new woman, right? And you're going to keep the biological parent out their life to make your lover feel comfortable. He can't come around because if my boyfriend see him, he gonna feel some type of a way and he might leave me, so you're gonna have to go without your daddy for a while. You're gonna have to go without y'all know the sick games we play in our neighborhood. Some of y'all grandparents, I hope some of y'all not condoning this, because I know grandparents who condone this filth. Know your daughter keeping the children from the father and you don't say nothing. You know why? Because that's the same thing you did. How can I correct it in the next generation if I'm guilty of it myself? Fathers, same thing. Black woman, don't ever let the American social order Don't let white supremacy use you as an extra strategy to destroy black men. When I speak at the prisons, 25% of the brothers there under 40 are there for child support alone. They ain't sold no drugs, they ain't shot nobody, ain't stole no car. What you in here for, young blood? Child support. What you in? Child support. What you in? Child support. Well, why y'all wasn't paying? Brother Umar, I got a record, man. I used to sell that stuff. I cleaned up my life, but won't nobody hire me. What I'm supposed to do? My baby mom knew I was looking for a job, but in order for her to get welfare, she had to bring me down there. So now I'm in jail because I can't find a job because of the welfare thing. Am I saying not to go to child support court? No. I'm saying go for the right reasons. Only go after you try to get that money first. Work out something. And he reneged. And I'm not talking about excessively high amounts of money. Okay? But if you tried to work with your baby father, if you tried to work with your baby mother, you tried. You said, look, I know they got it. I know they got it. And don't want to give it. That's one thing. I'm not talking about them cases. I'm talking about the cases where you're taking them to child support just to piss them off. Taking them to child support and you know he ain't got no job, he can't find one, he got a strike on his record. Don't you do that. It's wrong. Don't let the kids see the father. Don't let the kids see the mother because you ain't getting no money. Kids need time. They don't need the money. I know you need some of that money to help you with the bills, but that don't justify you. One of them, attachment. Attachment. This is what we're talking about when we talk about our young ladies, our girls, not having their fathers around. They never form a healthy attachment with a male. So then when they begin to date, their attachments to the men that they date have all kinds of ruptures in them because they're not used to healthy attachment with a man. So attachment is a big issue. You also have trust. If you couldn't trust your mother and father of origin, if you couldn't trust the man and woman who are responsible for you coming into this world, it's going to be difficult for you to trust your partner. So take a young man who could never trust his mother. His mother always made promises but never delivered. When he begins to date women, he's going to also expect them not to keep their word, and that becomes untrustability. In fact, you could go a step further where he creates the atmosphere. He creates the atmosphere that makes her untrustworthy because of the constant criticisms and suspicions. So that's another issue. Reciprocity is another unmet need. What is reciprocity? That's when you had two parents who never gave you at all or gave you everything. Most of the time they didn't give you nothing at all. They were stingy. You grew up in a house where people were stingy as hell. So when you get into a relationship, you will be stingy, expecting a partner not to reciprocate, or you will be the opposite. Which means what? You give too much.